Kia ora and welcome to the 2019 New Zealand Secondary Schools Touch Championships held here in the beautiful Rotorua. This will act as a manager meeting and refer to a team tournament briefing. We'd like to thank our partners and of course our principal partner, Bunnings Warehouse. The key contacts for this event will be Guy Barton, Tournament Manager, Tamara Keefe, Media and Comms, and Mike King, Disciplinary and Judiciary. Tournament communication process. The primary focus communication process will be via mobile phone, via text, the event sound system, by email. Generic information can be found on Touch New Zealand website, Touch New Zealand social media, and also on the on-field sound system. Team managers are the approved agent for communication on behalf of teams at Tournament Control HQ. The results boards will be situated to the right of Field 4 by Tournament Control. Touch New Zealand website also has information updated daily, and also our Facebook page. Injury management. Fit 360 warm-up and activation area will be based in the tent city. On-field injury assessments, we have first responders to do this for us. We also have physios based in the tent city for any strapping or other requirements you may need. There is a charge for strapping by the physios. Risk management, player safety. These are all things considered when we're talking about player safety, and rules and regulations are enforced based on these requirements. Venue traffic management. Main car park on site via THEDS or div-in streets can be. Please do not park on yellow lines or block over cars in. Ticketing will occur, and as in the last event we had here, tow trucks will be called. Devon Street car park. On Devon Street opposite the cricket nets, there is a car parking area there. Please do not block anyone in. Again, tow trucks will be called and you will be towed. There will be pedestrian crossings made available through the park for players. Please make sure we stick to these, as these are the only safe areas to be able to cross the roads to get to your fields. Venue access. Access to the park is open on Friday from 7 o'clock in the morning, Saturday from 7 o'clock in the morning, and Sunday from 6:30 a.m. The gates are locked and the park is shut down at 7 o'clock every night. Pedestrians set up for movement between Rayboard Fields and Westbrook Fields, as I've already said, and these in the finals field in the stadium. Vehicles are not approved to drive on the playing areas at any time. No spectators will be standing on the finals field surface, which is in the grandstand area. Spectators are expected to be inside the grandstand. Spectators are to be behind the rope areas at all times around the fields. Only people on your team sheet, registered on your team sheet, are allowed in the sub-box area. Just a reminder, this event is alcohol and smoke-free. Touch New Zealand Sideline Behaviour Protocol. Before you arrive, all coaches and managers are required to fill out the API promise. If this is not adhered to, we find scenarios around the park where it does not match this requirement. These are the steps that will be taken. A Touch New Zealand API or event staff member will approach. Step 2, Touch New Zealand Tournament Manager will request the teacher in charge or the manager to the field of play. Step 3, Touch New Zealand, the teacher in charge or manager, address the party. Step 4, if the behaviour continues, Touch New Zealand event staff or the referee will call time on the game until the behaviour is resolved. Person may be removed from the park. If the behaviour continues into the next game, then the team the person is associated with will be defaulted from the tournament. Tournament-specific information. Please refer to your manager's pack for information as required for the event. Conditions of entry, uniforms, eligibility, coaching positions, protests and appeals, final showcase, and the presentations. Scorecard and disputes. If you agree with the card at the conclusion of the game, scores are to be checked with the referees. If the scorecard is correct, please sign it. Confirm the score at half-time with the referees or the referee support person to avoid any unnecessary issues. Incorrect. Do not sign the card and lodge a protest at Tournament HQ within 15 minutes. It is vitally important that you make sure your players do not sign the card, and it is you that signs the card to clear any issues where he may have up in regards to protests. An investigation, alternative information will be provided to evaluate what is the final score in the game. This is the scorecard. As you can see, there's a space beside each number for a touchdown. This is where the player number will be written. This is recommended that you keep a record on this, so when you do a count back or a read back, we can pick up any errors and discuss just those. Excess players. Each team is allowed to register up to 16 players, but you can only play with 14 in each game. Prior to the match commencing, we ask all managers to make their way to the referee officials to give the stand-down numbers to the referee officials, please. Stand-down players must wear training uniform in the sub-box and cannot be dressed for play. Interchange sub-box area. This hasn't changed. This is the same we have every other year. Other than that, this time of year, all members inside the box must be enclosed in shoes. No jandals or sandals are permitted anymore. Also, in regards to equipment, only approved equipment is allowed in the sub-box. What is approved is a medical kit, water containers, and water bottles. No umbrellas, gazebos, seats, or tables can be inside the sub-box at any time. The drop-off rule, as indicated, is stated here. Please familiarise yourself with it just in case you need to know this for the last day of play. Day 1 and Day 2, all results stand, including draws. On Day 3, we cannot have a draw. A drop-off process will be gone to. Finals information. If your team is lucky enough to make the finals, congratulations. Teams to meet in the tunnel 10 minutes prior to the game in the main stadium. Captains to complete the toss, and the teams are to line up in front of the entrance on the field of play. Teams to enter the field of play led by their captain, followed by vice-captain, and then other players in number order. Players to move out to the 10-metre line, face the opposing team as names are called. Teams will be asked to move to forward, shake hands, and go to the sub-box in preparation for the hooter. Once you have won your semi-final and qualified for the final, you as a manager will be asked to come to tournament control to go over this process again. Presentations will happen on the main field. The cup and plate presentations will happen immediately after your game of play. So the girls' plate and girls' championship will be presented at the same time over on the finals field. Here's some general site information. There are toilet blocks on all levels of field of play, and some have got concrete ones as well as portaloos as well as a toilet truck. Any issues with any of these, please feel free to come and see me. The food vendors are only based up by the tent city, and we have a range of food available for everyone. The field map, as you can see here, numbers, I apologise, haven't been confirmed yet. I'll have this to you as soon as we can. Requirements and further information. The final team sheet is not necessarily need to be given in unless there's been changes after you've sent a copy with the principal's signature. This has to be handed in to tournament control by 7 p.m. Thursday the 7th to the 12th of December. I will be leaving the park at 10 past 7. So 7 o'clock will be strictly adhered to. Or alternatively, you can email it to me on the email address there by 7 p.m. Thursday the 12th of December. I'll also please familiarise yourself with playing rule 22, playing and surrounding environment, and also player eligibility. These policies are available on the website if you require further clarification. Rubbish will be managed. If you wish to have rubbish bags at your tents, these are available from tournament control beside field 4. At the end of the day, please make sure these are at the frontmost part of your gazebo or site, and we'll collect these for taking away at the end of every day. We ask teams to have a zero waste footprint. The out-of-bound areas is the cricket wickets on the lower fields, the cricket nets on the lower fields, referee HQ, which is in the back of the main stadium, parking on playing areas and yellow lines, stadium main field, spectators to be in the grandstand at all times, and staying outside of the stadium tunnels. There is no warming up on marked fields, please. General information, the opening ceremony will start at 8 o'clock on the finals field. Please be ready down there by 7:45 so we can get things started so teams can leave and go and warm up. We envisage this to be over by 8:15, so please just wait until, if we don't leave until the ceremony is over, as we'll have sponsors there who will look at us if we have teams walking away early, ready to warm up. Game times are 15-minute halves with 3-minute half times. The Alfie Promise link is sent to you in your manager's pack. That's sent to you in the manager's email, Please make sure that all coaches and managers and anyone else associated, any other adults associated with the team, have filled this in and sent it through, please. Compression garments. Compression garments can only be worn with dispensation approval from the tournament manager. Dispensation requests must be lodged 10 days before the event. Please note that due to the health and safety of this event, we cannot have any gas-filled vessels, like in gas bottles, or petrol, or generators, or power accessibilities. We do have one generator on the site, which will form part of the power to tournament control, but we have a health and safety process for this. No other teams can bring these in, including barbecues, gas bottles, petrol generators, petrol fridges, and anything else. If you're unsure, please feel free to come and talk to us. We'll let you know. Recovery pools and bins cannot be used at this site. Thank you much for listening, and good luck to all the teams. We'll see you next week.